Good afternoon everyone, and welcome to this virtual walk around of the stunning Obsidian black Mercedes-Benz E220D AMG line. Now the E in E-Class stands for executive, and that is exactly what this model personifies. So join me now as I take you around the car in detail and show you everything that it has to offer you. Now down here you have got your LED high performance headlights, as it so kindly tells you there, with LED daytime runners. Moving down, you've got your front parking sensors, mesh grille, and of course you've got the chrome styling alongside the big chrome tri-star just on the grille there. The car itself is in metallic obsidian black, which in the dark and in the light gives an unbelievably good high gloss level and a real nice fleck on the metallic. I'm sure you can see and you'll agree that that mirror finish is epic. Moving down, you have of course got your large AMG 5 multi-spoke alloy wheels, and they are of course the 19-inch alloy wheels. You've also got your Mercedes-Benz caliper just behind. Now moving down, you've got part of the AMG styling. You have got the flared side skirt, but this isn't a car all about performance. Although it can handle itself, it's all about class, executive and luxury. That's why you've got the chrome window surrounds, tinted windows and gloss black B pillars. You've also got the obsidian black mirror covers with a built-in indicator, body coloured door mirrors, body coloured door handles, and of course you've got a real nice sweeping roof line which gives this its signature looks. And moving round to the back, you can see you've got your Swarovski crystals in your rear lighting. You've also got the rear lip spoiler, and you've got the nice chrome livery on your badging and your C220D and just along the boot edge itself. And moving down, you can also see you've got the dual exit chrome exhaust and the chrome trim just on the belt line. You've got rear parking sensors, you've got rear cameras, and you have of course got the electronic boot release, which you click there and it lifts up itself. You can see locking wheel nuts, and you've also got quite a lot of storage in the E-Class. Of course, being a huge car, you do get a lot of room, and you also get a lot of space for all your luggage and potential storage. And in there you also get the Mercedes basket and the tyre kit. Shut the boot, there is no button, it is a pull down, and you'll see once you close it, if I can slam it properly, just like that, really simple to use, and it's not too loud either. Some boots really clang when they shut, something that drives me mad. And you can see that the car is in good order. It's a well looked after example. It has covered just over 70,000 miles, so there are of course a few age related marks as you would expect, but overall it's a car that we are very, very happy to present. And remember, every car here at Emerald is looked at firstly as part of our inspection process, which we'll touch upon later in our on-site RAC approved facility. So that is everything really on the exterior of the E-Class. Now let me get in and show you exactly what the inside has and all the fantastic tech packed into its premium cabin. So, E-Class. First thing you'll see is that gorgeous, gorgeous class-leading sweeping dash which stretches all the way across the centre console, and it also has the ambient lighting as well. And moving down from there, you can see you've got your flat bottom half perforated Nappa leather steering wheel, which is of course multifunction and controls the instrument cluster and the centre console as well. You've got the real nice almost 3D effect aluminium in there, and you've also got piano gloss black and chrome styling. Now the seats, they're really nice front contour seats that keep you really bolstered in and keep you feeling secure in this big luxurious whip. You've got the Artico leather with the white contrast stitching and the Dynamica suede, and you've also got the leg extender there for those long commutes. You've got partial electrical seating on lumbar support, but you cannot move it backwards and forwards manually. But you cannot move the seat forwards or backwards electrically. You do have to do that manually. Now down here you've also got the Mercedes-Benz door inlay, and you've got your AMG mats, stainless steel sports pedals, and all the tricks and gizmos just under here. And as you can see, you've got the ambient lighting, which of course we've set to emerald green, and you've got your automatic headlights and parking brake as well. On the door card you've got that Nappa leather all the way across with the white contrast stitching and a 3D, almost silver carbon effect. You've got your heated seats and standard speakers. Now this little button, if you click that, that allows you to amend and change the seating position of the passenger without even moving. And of course you've got your electric windows, electrically adjustable mirrors, deadlock and remote boot release as well. And in the rear, before we get in, you can see you've got that seating continued, nice big bolsters. You've got the fold down armrest with cup holders and Isofix, alongside plenty of leg room for passengers. Now, getting into the E-Class, you'll see you've got the push button start. We'll turn that on and you'll hear that the car starts up really effortlessly. No loud roars from the diesel engine, no knocking, no banging like some of the previous diesel engine Mercedes did. It's just a real nice refined place to be. Now you'll see you have of course got the split screen view on this. So on the right you've got your virtual nav, which is only that big, it's not the full contrast or the full picture. And you can of course change, using this button here, the different options on the right hand instrument cluster. Now that is just your trip computer. You can click on the home button and you can change from your service, your assistance. So if you click on assistance for argument's sake, you can see you've got your attention assist, or you can click onto navigation, radio, media, telephone or content. I mean, this is an absolutely stacked bit of kit here. You've got your assistance graphic, or you can change your right hand display to eco, navigation or consumption. Or you can also put the date on. And you'll also have, as you can see there, just as I've demonstrated, the warning if anything is happening, if your doors are open, if your bonnet's open, or if you're low on fuel. But for now, we'll keep it how it was, and we'll put the trip computer on there for you, and you can see the miles. Now it's a really nice virtual screen. You'll see when you dip the throttle, your revs around the outside and your miles an hour on the inside on the digital display. Now on here, this menu is controlling the center console and the media system. Can be quite confusing to start with once you get to grips with it, but you can see you've got many different options on that long sweeping dash, which is of course all one unit. You can see the ambient lighting up there, and at night it looks fantastic. But that stretches all the way across to here. So you can have your navigation on this screen, which obviously being so large is a real big perk and bonus for drivers from an assistant and a driving aid point of view. It's high contrast, it's high resolution, you've got every single bit of information on there that you would need. And you can see it's really simple to use. Scroll across and you can get onto destination, the map menu, the route, report the hazards, change your position and get your information. Now if you go back onto radio, you'll be able to see we've got DAB, and you can also scroll across onto the different options here, and you can see you've got FM and DAB radio stations. I mean, this really is only good if you want DAB. You're never really going to use FM or any of the other options it's got. Like I say, you've got AM radio on there as well, but everyone had just listened to Talk Sport on DAB. You've got internet radio, and you can change your sound and put it back to the full screen as well. If you go back onto the menu, you can also click on media, and you can see scrolling across you've got plenty of different options. So if you go on devices, you've got your 2 USBs, you've got your Bluetooth, and you've got your SD card as well. And back on the home menu, you've got Bluetooth telephone, which will go in really quickly. Click on connect device and you're up and running. You've also got the Mercedes-Benz Connect, which is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which a lot of people prefer to Spotify because they're not breaking the rules and not paying the artists. We've also got the dynamic select system. So in this allows you to individually configure all the different options of how you want your car in that mode. So you could have it in the manual mode, which uses the flappy paddles. You could change the steering when we come on. So you can, if you want to change the steering, once we get on that, It's very, very sensitive, this touchscreen, and I'm holding it with my wrong hand, so do bear with me. You can change your steering to sport or comfort. Comfort obviously being the one that gives you a nice, easier drive, and you can turn eco start stop on or off. You can also go on vehicle data, and you can, as you can see on here, by doing this, you can change the way the car looks. You can change all the different info. So what that will give you on there is obviously your meters, your highway, and it will tell you at what sort of angle and degree your wheels are turned. You can also click on engine data, and it brings up a real nice sports display with your temperatures, your battery voltage, your horsepower, and your Newton meters of torque. If you click on assistance, you can see you've got electronic stability, you've got traffic sign assist, you've got camera and parking pilot, active brake assist, and attention assist as well. Click on consumption. That will bring up a chart for you that will measure it in 15-minute intervals and give you your miles per gallon on the left hand side. You can click on vehicle settings and change winter tyres, tow-away protection, interior motion sensor, belt adjustment, and the acoustic lock, as well as the auto folding mirrors and the automatic door lock. You can also click on light settings and change the ambient lighting. So you do have a vast array of different colours on this, but we're going to leave it emerald green for its new owner. And you can change the brightness in the vehicle, the display, the front or the rear. It's a really comprehensive system, and it really is quite impressive. You can change the time limit that your surround lighting stays on, and you can change when your delayed shut-off for the interior lighting takes place. And you can of course get on to your owner's manual as well. And if you click on system, you can change the display and the styles. So you've got all the different designs here of sport, which again you'll see now changes it in the instrument cluster for you, so it gives you a totally different display. You have got classic, which is that one. Or you can click on progressive, which we think is the best one in the E-Class, and that takes you back to the one that you had on originally. But that's quite a nice cool feature, just gives you lots of different things to play with. Now you have also got the split screen in this, so you've got the additional display just in here that when this screen is on, it will give you the total allowance to put in the navigation, the consumption, or the time and date, but we like it as the full screen. You can change the brightness of the display, you can turn it off, and you've got the day and night design as well, which means it will automatically light up when it needs to. You've got your input here, which is your touchpad sensitivity and allowance of the touchpad. You've got your audio, where you can change all your different bits and bobs, which we're not going to go into every single one of them. We've got connectivity, command touch, and we've also got the time and date settings as well. And that is pretty much everything in the menu system for you. So we'll put that back on our favourite and on the nav. And moving down, you can really now see that 3D, almost aluminium carbon fibre effect that covers around the chrome vent system and goes all the way up to the lovely Nappa leather dash with the white stitching and flows around effortlessly into the passenger door card. Now those fans are obviously no good unless you've got air conditioning, which you have here. So what you can do, you can change your temperature, and you'll see that your temperature is displayed on the screen just below the navigation. It is dual zone, so you can see here the one on the left is on low, the one on the right is on high, and that just tells you that the driver's got a hot temperature and the passenger will have a cooler temperature. You've also got here where the air is distributed into the cabin and which area you want it displayed, and you've got the severity of which the air is blown in. So you can see if you put it on 7, that is like a gale force, or you can go all the way down and you can turn it off. You've got auto aircon, which you can click there, and you've also got your max for your front screen, your rear screen, and you can also do sync, so both sides have the same temperature, auto recirculation, aircon on or off, and temperature again. But you can click menu, and you can do your climate control if you really wish through the different options on to the screen. Now moving down below that, you've got the lovely Mercedes-Benz clock, and you've got navigation, radio, media, telephone, vehicle settings, and of course hazard lights for those who don't like all the tech in this. And under here you have got more storage, 2 cup holders and a 12-volt charger. And then we come to the real showpiece, which is of course the iDrive, or the Mercedes-Benz media control. So this is a touchpad of which you can write on, you can draw on, you can click and you can enter, or you can just use the little dial underneath, as I prefer. So simply it goes, you can see it moves up and down, side to side, and if I was to click on it, I can click on there and that will be almost my enter button, as if I was on a computer. Now what you have also got is dynamic select, so if I click on that, you'll see a nice little graphic come up on the center console, and you'll see you've got comfort mode, you've got eco mode, you also have your different driving modes such as Sport, Sport Plus, which gives you a real uprated throttle response and higher rev ratio, and the individual mode that you set it to earlier. You've got your audible parking sensors on or off, and of course you've got your camera settings here, of which you can see it will open up the camera cover and it will allow you to look at every different camera angle that you have. So you've got the 180 view, you've got the surround parking sensors just here, and you've got your little rear camera options just there. You've got auto start stop on and off, and you've also got your, again, media control and home button just here. You've got volume control, and you can turn it off just by pressing that button. And on here you've got the Artico man-made leather with the white contrast stitching. Click this button and you've got a nice little elastic band for either your phone or your wallet, and you've got your second media interface in there with an SD card too. So in terms of the E220, that is pretty much everything I can show you, but you do have your cruise control with speed limiter down there. And before I leave, do not ever use this gear lever to try and change your wipers or put your lights on. I have seen it done and it did cost people a lot of money to replace. This is basically your gear stick. So if your foot is on the brake, you can see on the dash on the right hand side, just down here, we've got P. If you put it down, you can see that we are in drive, and you can also put it into reverse. If you put it down, because of the mode we set it in, that is in manual, which means you can use your flappy paddles, which are located just here and here, and that means you've got optimum control of your driving mode. But if we put it into normal eco mode, we of course see that it is in D1. Now what that will mean is that in D1 it will drive as normal. You click it up into R, that's reverse. You'll know that's activated as your camera and sensors will kick in. And to park it, simply click the button here and that will put it in park. Now on here you have what Mercedes call the one stalk, that controls both your lights and your wipers. And to do your parking brake, some people get confused. Press your brake, pull that out, and you'll see that that has turned off the parking brake. To put it on, you press it down and you push it in, and that will do the same. But you can see that ambient lighting that we was on about earlier. You can see the green down by my feet, you can see it all around the cabin, and you can also see it just across the center console. Really does give this a wicked appearance at night, and it's one I'm sure you'll love. And that really is everything now on the E220. It's a big old car, it's a big old video, but it's worth all the time and effort. Now if you're still not sure, you've got a few doubts, then of course it would be good to know about the aforementioned that we discussed, Emerald 128 point check. So that is what we call our pre-sale inspection, and that does, as I've said, take part in our RAC approved facility on site by our vastly experienced technicians. Now what we do, we take a good look over the car both cosmetically and mechanically, and we ensure that the car is at peak tip-top condition for you for when you come down to view, test drive and hopefully take away. We are very anal with things and we are very meticulous, which is always good, so we do service every car as part of that check as soon as it lands in stock. This just stops any confusion or cross-contamination on the products used, and we know everything that we have done during prep. We also put a fresh MOT on any car with less than 6 months remaining, and we're more than happy to welcome a potential part exchange and finance queries as well. So if you've got any questions regarding the car or our processes or how long it could take for you to have this on your drive, then do please get in touch with Team Green today and we'll be more than happy to assist. For me, thank you for bearing with me, thank you for watching this video, and I really do hope to meet you soon at Emerald HQ. Thank you very much, we out.